They call the millennial generation the most diverse generation that this country has ever seen, with almost 40% of that population being multicultural. And the truth is, if you think about it, our consumer is changing.
So we need to be able to have our employee workforce represent our consumer base. And that's how we're going to be successful, because we need diversity of thought, diversity of opinion, and diversity of cultures integrated in our product innovations and in our business propositions.
So imagine a place where we weren't diverse, where everyone went to the same schools, we all grew up in the same neighborhood, and we really all thought the same. And I'm talking about a place that's not just a reflection of cultural diversity, but we have to think about this as diversity of thought. What an amazingly boring place that would be. But what a company that values diversity is really saying is, this is critical to our growth. We have to challenge one another. We have to think differently about our businesses, and that's where growth becomes a huge part of the business.
When I tell people that I work in Neenah, Wisconsin, you know, I'm originally from North Carolina, they typically say, where? And I always get questions about, you know, what's it like in Neenah, Wisconsin? But when I tell them that I work for a company that provides brands that everyone knows, like HUGGIES and Kleenex and Scott, they're like, oh, okay. You know, I'm familiar with those brands and with that company.
I really believe in the products that we provide here. There's not a product that we don't make that doesn't touch your life some point in time in the day. You know, when our children were born, we put them in HUGGIES diapers, and as they grew and developed, we graduated them into the pull-ups training pants so they can learn how to potty train. You know, if I have to sneeze, I grab a Kleenex. So there's just nothing that we make that doesn't touch each and every person every day.
When I came to Kimberly-Clark and moved to the Fox Valley area, I was most surprised to see how well I and my family acclimated to the area. Initially, I was concerned about the lack of diversity and had settled on that not being a priority, but to my surprise, the network that was established within Kimberly-Clark made the transition very easy for me, because there was already one established. And also my children are doing very well and thriving.
AAEN has been a great resource, not only helping me professionally, but I've also built lifelong friendships with people that are still with KC and people that have left that I still keep in contact with to this day. So it's a lot of good networking opportunities. And moving here, I didn't know anybody, so it was a great resource to meet people and network, and it's become my family away from home.
It's easy for us to say, okay, this is where I am today. So yes, today I'm in Neenah, Wisconsin, working on Cottonelle, but the reality is that the enterprise is so big, and there's so many additional opportunities that could open up for me if I decided to pursue more of a strategy role, or do something global, or focus on innovation. This is just a very small part of a lot more opportunities that could open up for me down the road if I so decided.
I think Kimberly-Clark's a great place to grow and develop your career. One of the ways I answer that is to quote Sheryl Sandberg from Facebook, and Sheryl will talk about the fact that your career is not a ladder, it's a jungle gym. And I think it's a great analogy of the best careers truly are careers that give you different experiences versus kind of stay in one function or stay in one area or stay in one location, versus Kimberly-Clark, in my experience, has been that you get to do different things. You move from different businesses, you move into different functional areas. I've had a bunch of different functional experiences, and so truly I've experienced a career that's been more of a jungle gym than a ladder, and I think the development and the growth that I've had and then can hopefully impart as a leader are much stronger because of that, and Kimberly-Clark is a place where that really happens versus just kind of giving it lip service.